We have arrived. We are here. I've already went ahead and grabbed I went in and got the boat unhooked, plug in, the straps are off, motor hangers off. Guys, if y'all run a Minn Kota Alterra, beautiful trolling motor. I've had them for years. I mean, I've had them for years, and they have problems. Everything wears out. Nothing lasts forever. We all know that. We don't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. But anyway, you do your maintenance on the Minn Kota Alterras, hands down, second to none. A solo fisherman's best friend. But in the winter time, this is the Quest model, so I've heard that it don't do it as bad. But in the winter time, when it gets really cold, sometimes the Alterras they'll lock up and they won't deploy for you. You know, they'll froze up. They won't move. So before you put your boat in the water, turn your trolling motor on. Hit deploy on that baby. Make sure she's gonna stand up, or you can always hit pause in the middle of it deploying and then go back down and hit stow. You know what I mean? So you don't have to worry about it running down and nailing your trailer or anything like that. So what we did is, like I said, we're gonna hit it and we're gonna hit deploy. She's gonna come out. We see that she's working, so we're gonna hit pause and then we're gonna hit stow. So now we know that our trolling motor is not froze up. So let's dunk the boat in the water and we'll be right back to you. She's in the water. Our boat is in the water. We backed her in, let her float off the trailer, hit deploy. We parked the truck. We hit spot lock on her. Somebody's had cold hands. Let's turn her around. What you do is take it off spot lock. We're gonna drive her over here to us. This is a place that's close to the house. Like I said, I live right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know where you're watching from, but this is Knoxville, Tennessee. This is right here close to my house. I'm about 15 minutes from this particular ramp. It does not have any docks, you know, and I don't use it very often, but it's always effective for bait 9 times out of 10. And you can go out onto the main channel out here in this part of the river and get into some really nice quality fish. But anyway, let's drive her up here to the ramp. Let's stop the propeller. Let's hit stow. Let the boat float itself in so you don't drag your trolling motor through the trenches. Stop your boat. And then you just give her a little push off a back foot and you climb your little short self aboard. If you're short like me, I'm just a little feller, about 5'6", about 210 pounds. My wife takes good care of me. She feeds me good. But we'll deploy our trolling motor back out. It's easy, guys. I mean, Alterra, if you can afford it. I mean, you don't even have to buy a brand new one. I mean, why does everything have to be brand new? It doesn't. I mean, yeah, warranties are great, you know, for real expensive stuff like this. Don't get me wrong, that's the point of buying it new, is warranties, and you know it's new, you know how much hours in life you've put on it. But man, I'll be honest, this boat was used when I bought it. That trolling motor was used when I bought it. Them fish finders were used when I bought them. I mean, all this stuff was used when I bought them. I mean, pretty much, except for the rod holders, the multi-bars, stuff like that, the rods, the reels, stuff like that I bought new. But like the big, expensive, high ticket items, I mean, guys, I mean, it's hard. You gotta be blessed and fortunate with a lot of money to be able to buy all this stuff brand new. You know, I'm gonna buy it used, you know. So anybody watching, this is River Bottom Fishing, and my name is Mike Graham. You can find me on Facebook, and if you ever, you know, for any reasons, you know, such a fact, if you're around Tennessee, and I've been known to travel some distances for boats and electronics and stuff, and you got anything for sale on a good deal, hey, give your boy a shout. You know, I'm here. Even if I don't need it, and if I can buy it, if I can afford it, and even if I don't need it, I'll buy it. You can't pass up a good deal when you get one. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna get up this way a little bit right out here in the ditch of this creek. I'm gonna get my fish finders turned on and loaded up. Yesterday we come out, our fish finder battery was shot. I mean, it's dead as a doornail. When they go dead like that, the charger, you know, you'd think plug your charger in, walk away from it. No, there's more to it than that with the NOCO charger and the NOCO charger anyway. I don't so much think it was the battery, it was just the charger didn't like remote itself to start charging. But anyway, that's yesterday. We got power now. We got fish finders. You know, both fish finders just come on. The battery says 400%. She's ready to run for a week. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get over in the ditch of this creek here, and we're gonna throw our cast net out and see what kind of bait we can get into. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we got the big motor fired up, letting her warm up. Really good thing to your vehicles, your boat motors. Just give everything time, you know. When you're ready, I know you get excited, and I do. Good Lord knows I get excited. You get excited and you're ready to go. It's time to go fish. You know, worked all week. Just take that split second to give everything time. You know, your vehicles, your boat motors, just give everything time to warm up a little bit and get functional. And it'll save you a lot, man. It'll save you a lot in expense on tearing stuff up just because you started it up, threw it in gear, blistered down the road or blistered across the lake, you know, and bam, catastrophic failure, you know. And it's all because stuff wasn't warmed up, it wasn't operating properly. But anyway, I'm warmed up, I'm operating properly. Let's get us some fresh bait. And like I was saying on the last video, the Friday the 13th with river bottom fishing, guys, cast net is king. I don't know what part of the state you're in. I don't know where you're from, where you're watching this from, but like I said, I'm in Tennessee. And fresh bait, I love fresh bait. I mean, you can't beat it. So cast net, 7-foot H2O Academy from Academy Sports, great cast net. I'm right-handed, so I like to tie the rope here. I'll grab that baby here, half a split, throw it in my hand, grab the left cool line, make sure there ain't no tangles, grab your left cool line, and when you lob that baby out there, just make sure to hold on to that left lead line before you totally let go of the right one. And guys, I promise you it'll pancake every time. Now, I can't guarantee you'll catch bait every time, but you'll have a perfect circled throw to slim your, you know, to get something. The more that baby opens up when it hits the bottom, the wider the spread you got, the more chances you got to get something. And so we have put the thread pins in it this morning. Look at them, look at all them little yellowtails. They're out here deep. We're not looking for that kind of bait. GoPro, stop recording. Okay guys, we got our trolling motor rolling us on our course. We're going to get us some poles out, and I'm not going to run many poles, probably about 4 rods. You don't have to have 20 rods around your boat, you know, to catch fish. And so we're going to use gizzard shad, and we don't have a lot of bait, but we got enough bait to work with. So, but we're not going to go too big. It's winter time. The water's 49 degrees surface temperature. So I'm gonna make 2 baits out of this guy, and I'm gonna chunk his tail. All right, and we're gonna just one rod. We'll get 1 rod at a time. So we got our first bait there, and it's a gizzard shad head. I like to hook them through their eyeballs. So that's our first bait there. And guys, my rig, if you're new to the channel, new to watching, I like to use Dragon Master 11/0 red offset circle hooks. I use 5-inch spooks, and they've got a little rattle in them. And I like to use the Dirty South Dragon weights, and then just a basic 3-way swivel. And I like to use these spooks, and I also love the Dragon Master EVA floats. I switched some reels out. I ain't tied any of those back up. I got them at the house ready to go. I've not slowed down to get that switch back over, but I like using these spooks because they slide up and down to different size of baits, which the Dragon Master floats too, excuse me. I ate a couple ham and cheese things from the Weigels this morning and had an orange juice. But anyway, here we go, first rod in the water. There goes first rod in the water. We're just gonna let this one run off the back of the boat. We'll let that guy run off the back of the boat. And uh-oh. We'll let that guy run off the back of the boat. Tighten us up here. Sorry guys. I'm giving it to you right as you get it from me. So there's our first rod. Second rod, we're gonna run the gizzard shad chunk. Get the rod sleeve off. I put those rod sleeves on just to protect the rod and my line and all that good stuff. They come with them, so why not use them? All right, here goes our second rod. Sorry for the phone ringing noise. GoPro, stop recording. All right, guys, we got all of our poles back in the water. His camera keeps cutting the record off. I don't know why, but we're just getting set up on this spot. We've got a gizzard shad head on this one, gizzard shad chunk, excuse me, gizzard shad chunk on that one. We've got a whole gizzard on this one, and then we've got pretty much a whole gizzard on that one, but the tail's cut off. So we have a mud flat right here. We're sitting on the main channel ledge. That's the main channel out through there. You can see here on the map. So we've got our mud flat over there. Main channel ledge dead up the center of the boat. Then the main channel off the right side. We have our route set. Our trolling motor is on its course. And let's see what we can get into here. He buried the rod. He caught me off guard. We got us one on. Second fish of the day, of the morning. I'm gonna angle that camera up there so you can see a little bit better. Probably angled it up a little bit too much. Second fish of the morning. I was sitting there lollygagging around, and this rod's been acting like it was going to get snagged, and I pulled it up once or twice. I thought it was getting in a snag, but here we are. Fish on, baby, fish on. Don't feel like a bad fish. Our first fish, he's just a little guy, and we trailed him down the lake for quite a while, and I don't think he was gonna make it. So I tossed him in the bucket. We're gonna use him as fresh bait. Bait was a little tough this morning, and we plan on fishing for a little while. And today's Saturday, so we'll probably be fishing a little bit tomorrow too. Here he comes. Yeah, he's juvenile delinquent out of the detention center. He buried the rod. This end of we're on the upper end of Fort Loudon Lake than we were yesterday. We're up back closer towards the house. There he is, guys. Like I say, little or small, we accept them all. We don't discriminate. We'll take, you gotta take the little ones with the big ones. And we'll get some big ones on footage. Here's another one. He's a river bottom fishing. There's the river, it's got a bottom. There's the fish. Look at the mud all over him. I mean, he's got mud all up and down each side of him. Mud all over his belly. These fish are just laid up in the mud right now. Water temperature's 48 degrees. There ain't much water flow. There's just a little bit of water flow, but here he is, laid in the mud. We're gonna let him go. We're gonna let him go. Let him go to let him grow. We got that one in time. There he goes, guys. We'll see him. See if we can't upgrade him there. I guess they forgot something at the ramp. That old boat blew past us and hey, come back again. Well, let's get us another one.